And then the dog starts barking. Hello and good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And we already have a bunch of people in the chat. Barbara Parrish came in early. How are you doing, Barbara? And Julia Green says, good morning, all. Good morning. And it is actually afternoon where Eva is. Sorry, I don't quite know how to pronounce that name. It's a good time to say if anybody wants a specific pronunciation of your name, please let me know. I do not want to mispronounce anybody's name. Awesome. Let's see. Rita H. at Miranda's Cauldron. Hello. Good morning. Sorry, went live just a smidge late. I was trying to get a few things taken care of this morning, including voting. And it took longer than I thought. Anyway, okay, moving on. Good morning, Sarah. Thank you very much. I did the automatic thing that StreamYard does, but there's still a little fraction of a time where it shows me live where I'm fiddling with something. But I don't know. It's okay. Luna Lovebad's here. Hello, friends. Hello. Let's see. What is everybody up to today? I'm trying to get some editing in before my dentist appointment in 2 hours. Christ. Yeah, I hear ya. I understand. I know. Well, I had it on for a reason earlier, and then I decided I took it down and I wasn't sure, so I put it back on. I know I kind of feel that way myself today for some strange reason, with my funky shirt on. What was I going to say? Yeah, it was for multiple reasons, including seeing if I can make my hair big, and then also just some. It's supposed to help with migraines, possibly. So, dentists terrify me. Then don't watch Little Shop of Horrors. I'm sorry, that was awful. I just said that because I watched the entire movie for Halloween. I usually do, but it's one of my favorite musicals ever. Anyway, let's see. But anyway, so and I can't get my brain off of the music. I need to transition it to something else. One of the Heart Breathings admins turned me on to that idea, and it was Kay actually. But anyway, again, I hope everybody's having a good day. It's the one that has the knot in it, but the knot's on the bottom right now. So, okay. moving on. So if you are new here, my name is Heather. I'm Heather Dewey Pettit, and let's see, I am a writer, editor, and artist. One of these days I'll be consistent about saying author because I don't know, I have not published a book yet, but it's coming. Because I always, it's interesting. Growing up, I always thought I might write a book. And I used to say to my husband, before I even had an idea for a book, I used to say, because I was already a writer, when I met him and starting my career. And but I used to say, if I ever write a book, I'll dedicate it to you. And guess what? That will happen. So anyway, so I am a author, editor, and artist, and So sometimes I remember to say what ties all three of those things together is my love of fantasy and science fiction. Let's see, as a writer, I have some works in progress, and that's in the multiple, but it happens. So I have a novel. I also have a nonfiction book. So what would you like to hear about today? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit off because I did I mention it earlier? I think I did, that I voted this morning, and it took a lot longer than I thought it would. So anyway, yeah, you don't say author even though you're published because it sounds too pretentious, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But funnily enough, writer or novelist is fine. That's funny. Hi, Books with Chris. Hello, all working right along in my RDC, yes, Rough Draft Challenge, young adult fantasy. Very cool. RDC is the Rough Draft Challenge that Sarah Cannon is doing this month. It's a challenge that she started. I didn't get around to mailing in my vote. Anyway, that would have been helpful. Next time. Okay. Yeah. I did that myself the other day. I was like, wait, what's that again? So, and that, which also brings to mind that this stream is a part of the Heart Breathings writing community on Facebook. But anyway, so a lot of times I do mention all my projects, but I might not do that today and just kind of focus on something, on one thing. But probably what I will be working on today is, I think I'm going to start with some journaling, and then go on to other things. What is the most urgent thing I need to do today, which is probably I do have an editing project that I do need to get out today, and so I'm wrapping it up today, and because I have another editing project and some other things going on. So let's see, it is 10 after 11. So what is everybody working on today? If you would like to mention it, you don't have to. I'm going to, while we're discussing that, I'm going to go ahead and grab a timer, which I have not gotten yet. Again, I was running really late. So thank you, Lena. Well, let's see here. Let's see. I'm just going to grab what I'm used to grabbing because, it's a thing. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I decided on something here. On some minor changes. That will work. And so if you're new here, I do like to start with 25 minutes, and then for the second sprint, I have been putting up a poll And that has definitely helped me to learn what a lot of people like that do come in and participate in the chat. Lately, it's been 30 minutes. But I think I'll go ahead and do it again, do another poll again today, and go from there. Okay, so, okay. Let's see, and Kit M came in. Hello. Good morning, friends. So we're doing my morning mind up. That is exactly what I'm doing. A lot of times when I do morning pages, it's mostly just I'm getting out things I have to do. So, but yeah, thank you very much for that. Brittany Norris, I'm working on my domestic thriller. Oh, very cool, very cool. And yeah, every time I see this, Kate, fantasy adventure YA, well, that's basically my novel, sort of, in a way. Yeah, it is I've been calling it a women's fantasy, mostly because of the content and what's happening in the story. But it can be considered YA. It can be considered YA because of the age of the character. She turns 18 in the beginning of the story. So, okay. So yeah, there's adventure. It also has elements of it has elements of epic fantasy. I was, but anyway, it also has to do with mythology and folklore. Luna, mine is a literary book with a dystopian bent. I have a deadline coming up. Yeah. So I do too. So let's go ahead and get things started in just a second here. One thing I will probably have to do is take my dog out for a few minutes because she's like, oh, mom's not taking me out when I didn't take her out when I got back from stuff. So I might have to take her out for just a couple minutes. I also have a Kanban board thing that I'm working on. I moved this one over there. That's my editing projects. And then and related, and then I have another one that I'm putting above my desk as well. So it was to my stage left. So yeah. Anyway, Beth, I'm hoping to write some more. My husband came home and made a crack about my writing, and it discouraged me a little. Oh, I'm sorry. So maybe I can get a little more written, but not really. I understand. I'm sorry. That's kind of rough. Books with Chris, working in a world of Irish folklore. So I'm learning as my characters go. Yeah, I can relate. It's not Irish, but it's a mystery. It has elements of mystery. So. Anyway, okay, we're just about to get our first sprint started. Please do whatever you need to do for yourselves, everybody. Whatever that may be. If you are able and need to, getting up and walking around can be very helpful for lots of things, including focus. I guess I'll be doing that. Okay, so we're going to get our first sprint started, everybody. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. Okay. How did everybody do? How did everybody do? Let's see. I did walk my dog for a few minutes and had a drink of some lemonade, and I grabbed some water and coffee I was working on earlier. And I tried to put up that other, the other cork, it's a cork board. They're both cork boards. The other cork board for Kanban, and tried to get it to kind of sort of line up with the other one, tried to make it look somewhat aesthetically lined up and pleasing. And I pulled out my journal. So that's pretty much what I did. But oh well. Yeah, it's fine. We have more prints and more time. Okay. Yes. Sprints are such a great place to find. I agree, to find support, and on YouTube there are many groups, and there's got to be a place for everybody. And there's just so many folks. It's been really interesting to watch AuthorTube grow and change over the last 10 plus years. Let's see, Luna 8 pages edited. Hey, that's great. I'm going to have to do a lot of rewrites in the last quarter of the book, so I'm trying to psych myself up for that. I understand. Rita H, I've been playing with him. Awesome. Okay, M, that was great. Lots in my mind, out and down on the screen. Now I'll get up and walk around, then work on my words for today. There's nothing, yes. Don't let anybody discourage your creativity if that's what you need for yourself and your mental health. It's great therapy. It's great therapy. So there's a plus. Let's see. Brittany wrote 300 words. Yes, I think I pronounced that as Iva. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong. 470 words this sprint. And yeah, same Luna. Yeah, I love all kinds of folklore. So, I guess I could, talk about another project. Let's see if I can do that in less than 1 minute. So this other project that I have going on is it's called the Fairy FAERIE glossary and guide for writers. So it is mostly done, and so but that said, I'm I have been working on it for over a year and a half, and so but I was also trying not to use it as procrastination for the other project, but which can happen. So I'm kind of using a lot of research I had done for my novel, and I'm just putting it into this form. But I also had a lot of thoughts about folklore and using folklore as a basis for writing, and writing whatever it is, fantasy or whatever you use it for. if you are looking at some of that folklore. So Luna, this, I think we might have talked about this before, but okay. But so this encompasses folklore. I'm not trying to do mythology because that would be way too much. So I'm not necessarily including mythology, but so it's essentially the denizens of fairy that are representative of Great Britain. I'm trying to speak as generally as I possibly can of the British Isles. And so that's that. Let's see. Melissa, the book is scribed 652. What is that total that spread? This month is the most consistent I've been with my writing, and I am beginning to see a pattern. There you go. 25 minutes equals approximately 600 words. Well, hello, Maggie. How are you doing? Who is editing and formatting? I hope you are having a good day. Hope you're having a good day health-wise. I say as I rub the back of my neck. Anyway, Rita, age can relate to the husband, and then sometimes Hetty will ask me why I'm not sprinting. Well, so anyway, let's surround ourselves with positivity and supportive folks. Thank you so much, Luna. I appreciate that. So, okay, let me take a quick look at our poll. Looks like everybody wants 30 minutes, so that sounds great. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll there and set it up for 30 minutes. Okay. Alrighty, so now I'm going to get into my, I did read a little bit of some journaling I had written yesterday, making mental about something that I need to do. Again, make sure you're to do whatever you need to do for yourselves, everybody. Becoming aware of what your need is. Great. If you need a drink, please get a drink. If you need a snack, please get a snack. If you need a break, please take one. And so, on that note, let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Alrighty. How did everybody do? Oops. What did everybody do? I wrote a page of journaling and I have things set in my head about things I absolutely have to do today, and some other things I want to do possibly tomorrow. But I do have to be I have to be finished up with things by about about 3:30 because I have to leave for a doctor's appointment that is at 4:10. So all right, Kate is ready to get started with the second sprint. Yeah, Maggie really wanted to get out the winter holiday decorations. Yeah, the snow was on the way and frosty, and it'll be so pretty. And hubby refuses to let me start putting up. He doesn't love you. Yeah, he does. But and hi, Rita, stopping by to say hello, and Smoochie's the likey. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, but yeah, maybe again, maybe I put something in the chat about maybe you could kind of bridge the two somehow of like fall and like Thanksgiving-ish. There's some things you can do to kind of bridge the two, I think. But anyway, let's see. Kate, M460. That was great. Awesome. Kate says, we had snow last night. Hope for a white Christmas and not a yellow one like last year. Yes, hope that everybody has nice Christmas weather. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm still considering pulling this thing out of my head. Yeah, I don't use them very often, so. I also pulled out a planner and got something out so that I have this one to do. I have to complete. So yes, tons of things to do. Also, Becky Scoggin, hello. I'm going to see how many words I can get between sessions with clients. Awesome. I have 669. I'm getting in the zone. Oh no! It looks like you had a it looks like StreamYard's having a glitch with the emojis, but you might have to put the emoji separately or early on or before what you're saying. But Becky Scoggin, I just don't want it to be in the 70s again this Christmas. Just please actually be cold. If it's cool here where I am, I'm pretty happy. But yeah, it's never usually all that cold where I am. But then again, I'm in Florida. So 70s for a high or low. Books with Chris, not accomplishing anything, sinus infection, and mandatory meeting. Gotta lay down. Gonna lay down. I'm sorry if you're not feeling well. Okay, well, I hope you feel better. Brittany Norris, 210 new words and some editing. Okay, that's the break. Let me see here. Okay, it is 26 after the hour. So I think I will do a wrap up of 25 minutes. That's usually what I do, and unless I get super chatty. I was kind of super chatty earlier. Okay. Usually the high. If it were the low, I'd weep. That's some of the summer nonsense. So that's been the low here. We've had lows of upper 60s, low 70s for lows here, and but we have not had any 90s for the last 3 weeks, so knock on wood. But that's usually the case around now where I am. So it often will stay in the 80s. And so, it's supposed to rain. It rained some yesterday. And again, that will cool things down. And then, the days being shorter, et cetera, et cetera. Eventually it will get a little cooler. And then say in January and February, that's our coldest months. So we can have frost. We don't really have necessarily hard frost, but it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we've had a hard frost, but we'll have light frost. So anyway, okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our third sprint in just a second here. Okay. Okay. So, quick reminders, super quick. If you have been working a lot and need a break, please take one. If you need water and go ahead and get yourself a drink. Please remember to do whatever you need to do for yourselves, everybody. If you need to and are able, getting up and walking around is a great thing to do. All right. All of that said, I'm going to go ahead and get this last sprint started, everybody. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. Okay, so that's time, and that was also our last sprint. So I hope everybody did well that sprint. I was getting some things in the chat, and I also got into my email. I was having a little trouble with some of my links, so I made sure that at least I checked on at least most of them. I hope all of those links work for folks who need them. That said, I do have there are links in the description as well. I hope everything works is working well for that. Sorry. Let's see. So yeah. Okay, so Maggie was making chocolate chip cookies this last sprint with a snowman face. I love that. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I just couldn't see that emoji, by the way, Iva, on the YouTube end, but I did see it on I didn't see it on the StreamYard end, the streaming end, but then I saw it on the YouTube end. Anyway, yes, you just go ahead and do that, Maggie, if that's what you need to do for yourself, right? Also, if you're interested in any editing services, please feel free to reach out. Please don't hesitate. Or if you have any questions about anything that I do as an editor. I don't think I've actually mentioned this earlier, but I'm essentially my main specialisms are line editing and copy editing. I sometimes do proofreading. I also am available for, I've done beta reading. I've done critiquing. What haven't I done? Maybe. And I really love doing sensitivity reading, which can also be called conscious language editing or reading. And then authenticity reading is more of living for a specific lived experience doesn't necessarily have anything to do with being what ethnicity or whatever. It's more along the lines of, say, if you grew up in a certain area, or if you are I don't know, if you have specific knowledge about a subject, so that would be more along those lines. So anyway, I did pop my link tree in, and please let me know if any of these links are not working, or if you're watching the replay, thank you, and let me know if anything in the description does not work if you're interested. So there's all those links. The calendar should go directly to the calendar, the Google Calendar for heart readings. And we have more sprints. This is the AuthorTube spreadsheet, and even more sprints. I can't remember the name of this one. Thank you so much for coming, Maggie. I'm going to pop in your sprint at least for a little bit. Stacy Coates came in and to hit the like button. Thank you very much. And please go take care of yourself. And here's Maggie's stream. Okay, Kate got 173 words, had someone come into the office. But that's okay, that's still good. Well, there you go. Okay, so thank you. Please ignore. So thank you to everybody who came in while live. Thank you very much for anybody watching the replay. And so yeah, I'm going to be continuing with my regular sprint schedule. But that said, Thanksgiving week, that's usually kind of hard for me, but we will see what happens with that. I will let everybody know what happens with that because, school's out for the entire week. So, yeah. Becky Scoggins wrote 607 words. Awesome. Great job, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Anybody participating in the chat, or maybe make a comment after I'm done, because that helps you and me, and liking the stream and subscribing and all. Thank you so much to everybody for. Last time I looked at it, I had 583 subscribers. Thank you so much. Alrighty, I guess I will see everybody on Thursday. And so have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.